Welcome back to another episode of me making a game in Unity. Um, Last episode, we were getting some bugs with the AI with multiple characters and trying to do a blueprint. There's a few things I think I tried changing, but I'm still getting these just a bunch of errors, and I'm having a hard time figuring out what's causing it. You can see here. Um, Pause it for a sec. Um, there's wood here, but this blueprint, no one's taking it to it. And if I click on the blueprint, let's see, not that one, this one, it says is task. I added a little AI agent to it. So when an AI agent says, hey, I'm going to add this as a task or interact with it, so this agent right here was trying to, it created a plan. My goal is to take, whoops. Actually, let's see where he's at. Yeah, he's right here. My goal is to take it to the blueprint. He has, see, is he carrying it? Yeah, he lost his carry object, but I don't know. He's losing it. It's not adding to it. So let's see what happens with this. This guy did add that one. So sometimes, like I said, it works. He's going to it, but then sometimes, it doesn't. And look, he's okay. He can go do these things, and but they're not. Somehow this got tagged. If I go to that blueprint, let me untag it, see what happens. All right, see now. So somehow it got tagged, like one of the villagers created as a goal. It got tagged, but then maybe he switched his goal somehow, and I'm just not sure what's all happening. So what I decided to do in this video, I mean, it's getting kind of a little bit frustrating trying to work with this AI system and getting it working correctly. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm doing it right because sometimes when I read about um, they kind of give you like simple examples of how to do one, like something really basic. But this seems to be a little bit more complicated when you have multiple agents trying to do something at the same time, and you're doing all this extra kind of coding to prevent those things from happening. So I don't know if I need to change the approach a little bit. And I also feel like to write an action here. We have, let's see, the one of those actions, the blueprint one, maybe take resource to blueprint. I guess it's not too bad, but it's like we're checking here to make sure you don't take a blueprint that's already been tasked. We're then getting our target where we're checking, or do we check? I guess we don't check with our target. Maybe that's one of the problems too. Who knows? Here we're trying to get our, oh, this isn't our target. Let's see, where's our target? Here we are not checking. Oh, yeah, we are checking. So here we're checking if it's not been tasked and doesn't have all of its resources. And our is valid. We're doing this. A lot of like, we're doing the same check over and over again. Whether this is even necessary, this additional checking condition. Somehow, if the valid, this runs before when it first makes the plan. Whether or not it can even do a task with Blueprint, because if there's no blueprint available for you to take resources to, then don't do it. Then this is where it's actually in a pre-plan, it's going to set the target. We also have it where if it already has a target, it will not set it again. So just a lot of like complexity with just this one action, and still isn't working. So I think what I'm going to do in this episode is create a UI here that I can use to kind of better tell what the agent has done. I might do a little bit of this on screen for now, but maybe after I kind of get a little bit set up, I'll do a little bit more off screen. So we're just going to make a panel, and we're going to call this agent debug panel. And so let's see, what are some things we might need for this panel? Let's just kind of not look at these for now. And so we can just focus on this. All right, let's add a text. Let me put this here, and we'll just say agent name. Yeah, change that to 12, and just put it up in the top right corner. And this, yeah, I think, let me go to this panel. Maybe I can dim it down even more. Maybe give it like a little bit of a tint so we know we're looking at the panel. I'm going to have like a, okay, fine. So that's that. And then let's just copy this. Whoops. Let's call this agent current action. Bring it down a little bit. Whoops, let's do it like this. Agent current action text. Okay. Now I could do agent. I could actually just do it all in one thing. Current action / goal. Okay, let's just do like this action goal text. So current action / and then current goal. I mean, really, we could do it all in one, so that we can have that. Yeah, maybe we should make the font size a little bit bigger. I don't know. That's fine for now. And it might be that I take this panel and I just kind of make it smaller. You know, something like that. Just whatever. Maybe we put in the center instead. Okay. Okay. So then let's do another text here. And this is going to be it's going to be the action plan. And this will show all the actions in the plan. Now, what would be nice if I could have some I don't really necessarily need these because I could, for any agent, I can click on here and see what target is that current thing. Yeah, so let's see. Agent, let's go back here. Let's do this for now. See how it looks. So I'm going to create a new create folder called UI. And we'll just call this agent debug UI. Yes, no, maybe so. Yeah. Okay, and so in the agent debug UI, actually, do we even need this? Well, let's just do this. All right, let's just get rid of all that for now. We'll have a serialized field and private agent. For now, just drag in here. I'm gonna make it public because I'll eventually make it public, but to begin with, I'll just drag the one I want to see. Okay, so that one, public. So we're going to need the using Unity .ui or engine .ui. So we're going to get that, and then using TextMesh Pro. All right, so we're going to need a game object called agent panel. And this can actually be private, serialized. So you might see me commenting a little bit less because I'm just trying to quickly put this together. Serialized field, all these are going to be serialized. Yeah, private. Let's see, agent name text. TM just copy this, get all those. Okay, agent current action. Actually, let's do action goal. Action goal, and then this one will be agent action plan. And then we're going to do, here's what we're going to do too. We're going to have individual debug thing here. Yeah, so I'm going to add that to the text as well. There's going to be a private TM agent debug text. So that when I do debugging, instead of debugging to the debugger, I'll debug to this, and I'll know who called it. Okay. So now we'll have a public update. TM agent name text is equal to, really this should say if AI agent is not equal to null. Do all this stuff. Agent action text is equal to current action plus AI agent, whoops, dot action, my plan, my goal, no, I want my current action. Alright, let's just see real quick. Just close some of this. Why can't I do this? Oh, I probably need the here, let's see. Current goal. We could also say what state he's in. My current action. So let's see. All right. Okay, right here. Wait, yeah, no. And maybe I have this all wrong. We're going to say my current action is equal to this. All right. So back to the debugger. My current action. Plus current goal. And maybe this should be first. Let's have the goal showing first. Okay, current goal. So let's get rid of this. Plus AI agent dot my current goal. We also need to make sure that this becomes nothing if it doesn't have a goal. Same with the action. Let's do the current, and this should be a plus /n. I really could do it like that, but just to be, I hate that. Oh, what did I do? Okay, and then this one, same thing. And this is going to be current state. It's going to be the AI agent dot character state. So that will show the goal, the action, the current state, and then we want to say agent plan text dot text is equal to current plan plus agent AI agent dot my plan. Okay, let me go to the AI agent. So up here, before we set the goal, we're going to say my goal is equal to nothing. Before, okay, after we make the plan, we're going to say my plan is equal to nothing. So only make that plan, and which means if we're making a new goal, I bet you we probably do it all right here. And then my current action is equal to nothing. All right, let's go to our UI manager. Actually, we don't need this at all, do we? Okay, let's save this for now and see what's doing. We'll go to our debug panel. Let's add that component, the agent debug UI. And let's add all these things. Here's the name. Here's the panel. Here's the goal. Here's this. And we'll get to the debug thing in a sec. Let's just test this out. Let's save this. I'm going to pause it. I'll drag the agent. Wait, right here. Add this agent. Okay, what is going on here? Okay, let's what I would like to do is actually keep track of all of its um, center. Yep, yep. I want to maybe keep track of all the action plans it's ever made, and then I can kind of click on them and see what it all did. All right, so the pause it, test agent. So you can see my goal is gather resource from object. My goal is gather resource from object. Current action is gather resource. Current state is moving. Current plan is gather resource. Okay. That's like overlapping. Here, let me just move this down more, I guess. And let me stretch all of these out. Same with this one, stretch them all the way across. Let me pause it for a second. So the test agent, the first one, is my goal is take resource to blueprint, take resource on ground, moving, current plan, my plan, take resource on ground, take resource to blueprint. I mean, it's really going to be hard for me to, because I got to check all of them. Let's see. I mean, it gives me an idea, like I could have like another panel that I can easily like switch and just click maybe, and or maybe I just put a button here, next agent, I just click it. It's just going to go through all the agents. Because this one says take resource on ground, take it, that's the first, that's agent 1. Let me see something really quick. I was writing a script. Let's go editors. Yeah, boy. Let me see. All right, something like this. Just copy this really quick. All right, and then what I'll do is selection. Where do you get this selection from? Is it from an editor using Unity editor? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so when we select is not null, AI agent, the name AI agent does not exist in the current context. And actually we can just do this. Let's see if that will allow me to just pick from the inspector the agent I'm going to look at. Yep, sure does. That's cool. So I can just click. See, he's going to get that wood, no problem. It's like sometimes I like interrupt their action. Look at that, he stopped. Why did he stop for? Okay, so it's, you know what I think it is? Let me go to my storehouse. See, it doesn't have anything. Um, hmm. So we have an error here. Again, I was messing around with this for a long time trying to figure out what is going on. I'm almost wondering, oops, I really need to see that. I know it's a problem because it lost its target. It had a target. Who's throwing that error? You are, aren't you? That's all right. So who's going to take something from the um, my target object was missing, so he was just, which is weird. What was his target object at that point? I got figured that out. What was his target object? And how did it get destroyed? If he's going to the storehouse, shouldn't it be? All right, let's just think for a sec. Let's go to the AI agent. Let's go. His action was to go to the storehouse, but something happened where, while he was going, another storage building. And I want to do the take resource from storage. So the target becomes this storage object and doesn't become the item itself. So how can that have been missing? And it's not missing. It's... Oh, I stopped it. Darn it. Okay, let's just see if I can do that again. Okay, so we might have kind of figured it out. Test is idle. He's idle. Well, I actually have to do like that. They're all idle, I think. So they didn't have any. They don't have any goals. They have no goals. They're all just idle. We have this. This farm blueprint was tasked, and it was this guy right here. So something happened where he was like, hey, I'm going to do that. All right, here's what could be happening. Let's go to the take resource from ground. Um, just seeing if I have any errors anywhere. See, my thought was maybe he had a plan. This is why I probably need to store these plans, and then I can just like do a drop down list and click on one, and then it would show it what the plans were, or just have this keep showing over and over again all the plans he had. If I do it in a list, then well, even so, maybe I got to do like all plans, another debug. Let's see if I can try to get that again. Okay, I did this. I clicked here. Did that. He's taking it. No, that's not it. Let's try again. You can see I have several errors. One is where it loses its object it was looking for, and the other one is, and I don't want to just debug that. I don't want to just put a fault, just have like an if statement like if null or okay here. Okay, I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to click this. No. Let me try again. Click here, and then he's going to start doing that. And then the other guy's going to go and take it to the storehouse. I'm going to build one. So he's going to take it to the storehouse. Let me pause it. See the blueprint. Someone taxed. See, he should not be. Someone should not be doing that. Okay, I think that's the problem. This guy made a plan, and I wonder. Let me look at all of his actions. Who was it? Test one. So test one. I don't know if you guys really want to watch me try to debug this. This is why I kind of do some of the stuff off camera. Um, because I don't know how important it is. And maybe you're seeing this like, oh my gosh, this guy won't be able to figure this out. And probably, and maybe I won't. I spent a lot of episodes trying to work on this GOAP thing. If this is, I don't want to say I want to quit and give up on this aspect, but maybe I can rethink it. And that's what I might have to do if this doesn't work. I like the module part of it. So if I can't get this plan thing working, because some of this is like, it seems like it's very dynamic. It's making all these different plans, but really, I want the plan to be very specific. If there's going to be a blueprint, here's what you can do. You can do A, B, or C. Okay, it's not hard to figure those things out. There's really not a lot of in between things that for this kind of game for it to really do. Um, so it could be that, hey, I already make these pre-planned steps, using this module system. Like maybe we create a script said, uh, action plan. So this is a plan that you could do, and here's the cost. And I make it already. I mean, that's just more that I have to do, but, it might be easier to control exactly what the AI is doing. But I don't know. There's just some thoughts and ideas. It's a pretty important part of the game, the AI. And if I can't get it working to a decent, I mean, there's going to be bugs in games, but this is like one that I have to get right now, or the game can't progress. Um, so, anyways, what was I doing? Uh, Good question. I was going to look at all of its actions. So let's see its actions. His building action, which I kind of turned off building right now. I was like, I'm getting errors just with it taking stuff to the place. Let's just turn this off for a sec. That's basically what I did. Because I can't see what his plan was, because his plan went kaput. Let's see if his actions have any targets. No. 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 So no, nothing. No, it does not have any targets. It could have been that the plan failed, and so then it reset all the targets. All right, let's see if we can catch this immediately. Let's see if we can do that again. So I click here. He's going. And the other guy's going to go. Let me. I was trying to pause it before. All right, let's try that again. We're going to click here. You go work on that. We're going to do that. Pause. Okay. Test agent. My goal is to take my current goal. Wait, this is test one. Hold on. Let me make sure I get the right guy. Who's his goal? My goal is to take resources storehouse. So this is his plan. Take resources storage or take resource on ground. So it's doing that and it's doing that. His goal is this. All right, let's see. Let's go to our blueprint. See, this does not make sense at all. Why would it tag this if it's not even in the thing? Take resource on ground. All right, let's go to our blueprint. And man, we can't do it from here. Blueprint, take resource to blueprint. All right. Target resource, blueprint, target. Maybe look at the is valid. Okay, right here. Do I want this? I don't want this. You're not going to set that. Maybe that's the, if that was the whole thing. This is just checking if it's valid. I had copied and paste things. Is that the whole reason why? Okay, let's see. All right, let me play it. Okay, so I click here. Click here, click here. No. Let me do that again. The second guy has to go get the resource. Click here. So he's going, chops it down. Now he's going, I'm going to do that and pause it. Let me go to the blueprint. It's still being tasked. Someone has created a task. And it's the first agent again. Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. If I click that, let me go to it. See, no one's making it a task. Okay. If I click here, no one has made a task. As soon as it gets on the ground, someone made it a task. Agent 2. Agent 2. And Agent 2 is currently moving. He's the one that's moving. Okay, so you see in this situation, so boy, oh boy. Let's do this again. We're going to get this. We're going to chop that down first. Okay, he's going. Pause it. All right, let's see. We got all right, he's the one standing on it already. My goal is to take resource to storehouse. I'm idle. My current plan. Wait. So he's here. What's this guy doing? My goal is to take resource to storehouse, take resource to. Let me click here. Let me pause it. He's idle. But my goal, he doesn't have a current action. My goal is this. My current plan is this. My current action is nothing. So something didn't get reset as far as showing this. So his current action is nothing. He's in the idle state. Testing next action. Trying to see if this is where I want to put it. I mean, shouldn't it show nothing? It shows the action has nothing. Let me find all the references to this. Yeah, I don't understand why. Okay, so he was able to get a goal. That's fine. He got a plan. He made a plan. It's in my plan. And then he set the target. And I'm thinking when he set the target here, the target became null right here. That's what I'm thinking. Like he set the target, he couldn't find it. So he made a plan, and they set the target here. And then this is where he went back to idle. So he goes back to idle. Let's do this. Oh, we said plan equals null. Here, plan equals null. Is that what we want to do? See, I don't want to throw in a debug. It's just too hard right now to read all the debugs. Here, what I can do is do this. If we're going to say the plan is null, that means that needs to happen. Alright, let's just test it again. Chop that down. Pause it. Test agent. But it's idle and it's still, okay, my goal. It says still my plan. Take resource on ground. Alright, so what's happening is they are creating a plan. Okay, because this is happening so fast. They are creating a plan, but there's no target, which means our plan is not successfully exiting on a invalid plan. Because if there's no target here, what was his plan? I lost it again. Okay, here. Take resource on ground, take resource to storage. So somewhere in this plan, let's see this resource on the ground. This is wood. It's is tasked. Let's go to the is valid. Um, this is again where it's like, what's the point of the world states? Like, shouldn't the world states be the one that handles this stuff? I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm doing a lot of programming and not really using the world states. Maybe I just don't know how to use the world states correctly. And it could be that maybe I shouldn't use energies. Maybe I should use objects, and then I can say, anything besides, a true, false type stuff too. Um, do I have it? Do I even have it is valid? What? Take resource on ground doesn't have is valid. Okay, let's put that in. See if that helps any. Override is valid. So what do we need to do? We need to do a lot of what the other stuffs are doing. This is checking for a valid storehouse, I think. Or maybe I don't even have it. I don't even use it as valid for take from storage. Why not? I don't want an is valid for this one. It's all about the pre-planning thing. If we're taking from a storage of an item that's not there, I guess that would make sense. Like, how can you, like, why would a agent take a piece of wood from the ground to the storehouse just to take it out of the storehouse to take it somewhere else? Like, it can't predict that the item's going to be there, so the item has to be there. If not, if no items in the storehouse, then it can't even use this action. It has to be there, and there's no like pre-planning of that to really happen. Let's not worry about the storage building for now. Let's go to the take resource from ground, and let's do this. Return false. Let's see. Let's do this is valid. It's going to be something similar to this. Alright, this is going to be a list of resources. Actually, I usually just say game objects. Changes to resource. Get rid of this debug. Change this to resource is equal to GO. Get the component of the resource, and then this will be resources tasked. So there has to be a resource on the ground that's not tasked in order for you to try to make that All right, we'll just test this out. If it doesn't work, I'll put a stop in the video, and then I'll just try to do some of this off camera, like get more debugging stuff if I need to help me out with figuring this out. Let me click here. Okay, it does that. Pause it. My goal is to take no plan. Okay, now it doesn't have a plan. See this guy? No plan. This guy has a plan. Okay. All right, let's try this now. Chop this down. We'll wait. Place that. Let's pause it. His task is not tasked. Oh my gosh. So no one can do it. He's going to go take that. His task was to take it. Yes. Oh my word. Okay. We're going to do the same thing for the storage. Same exact thing. We cannot have an action of taking something from the storage if it's not there. Plain and simple. There's no like down the road kind of pre-planning that you can do to where it would change that state. As of now, because I think that will kind of fix some things. If it's not in the storage, you can't plan an action to take something from the storage. That's how we're going to do it. All right, so this is going to be a storage. This one's going to be a little bit trickier though. All right, sorry. That was a lot of me thinking in my head. Here's the thing. When we create a goal, and maybe this is what we need to do. When we create a goal to do like a blueprint, that goal should set our target, right? Shouldn't it set our target resource? And then I think so. I think that's what, maybe we can do that. Let's see. I don't know how long I've been talking for. Well, let me put a break in the video. But basically, we kind of got working. I'm gonna maybe just try to see if this thing works off camera. I don't know, or maybe I'll just. We'll see. I got to think about a little bit about how I wanted to actually take out that resource. All right, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.